people knowing your government name is cool, but when like 30 billion people know your government name, anybody can do anything. It's just like, I'm not normal no more.
The Bryshere conversation for me is not easy. They're trying to slut him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Okay.
I really hope none of that baby oil was used on those kids. That would just be in bad taste. Baby oil on babies.
You can't say that the flavor camp was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. You just come on. Come on.
Starting to sound that way, ain't it? Don't nobody care about these kids.
Sometimes the price of fame comes with its cost. And that's what happened with Bryshere Gray. The actor who played Hakeem Lion on Empire achieved success with his natural talent. But his journey may have had a side that no fan ever imagined.
They're trying to slut him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
With the recent surfacing of disturbing details in the entertainment world, some people are now questioning if his quick rise to stardom came with a hidden toll. Behind the lights and applause, whispers in Hollywood suggest a painful reality that may have been hiding in Bryshere Gray's career. The New York Post recently reported on a leaked tape that's shaken Hollywood. Allegedly, this tape captures explicit footage that involves a young celebrity during one of Diddy's so-called sessions, a term used to describe his wild parties. The article went on to describe how the events shown on the tape were not only unsettling but hinted at a hidden side of Hollywood that's rarely talked about publicly. Also, it seems Diddy's past actions might have resurfaced at a time when the industry is finally ready to take a closer look at his dark side. The timing of this leak is raising eyebrows, with many people wondering why Hollywood is finally confronting its secrets. Or is this tape simply part of an effort to expose individuals who have been quietly controlling or manipulating young talents under the guise of mentorship? Well, Diddy's history with high-profile parties and alleged sessions has always been a topic of curiosity. And now, with this tape on the brink of potentially going public, a whole new level of concern has emerged, especially with the alleged involvement of a young star who may have been exploited in ways no one ever expected. But it's the identity of the young celebrity in the tape that has got everyone talking. One name that keeps resurfacing in these allegations is Bryshere Gray. Known for his role as Hakeem Lion on Empire, Bryshere was seen as a rising star who had captivated audiences with his charm and acting skills. However, sources close to Hollywood are now pointing fingers while suggesting that Bryshere Gray may be the young man featured in the video. Online forums and social media are buzzing with alleged insider accounts that describe Bryshere looking uncomfortable and even reluctant in the footage, with expressions suggesting he was not ready for that stuff. Now, this is a sad situation, especially because of Bryshere Gray's young age when he was just starting his career in Hollywood. If the rumors hold any truth, then Bryshere Gray might have faced pressures that extended beyond the typical challenges of fame, potentially contributing to struggles he faced later on in his life and career.
Jaguar Wright literally told us that Bryshere Gray was abused by Diddy and Will Smith, and he went running away from them. And we saw his downfall happen in real time. He suffered with addiction issues, and then he was putting his hands on his girlfriend, which ended him up in jail. Jaguar Wright proves herself time and time again with what she's saying, and now look, we have Bryshere Gray posting this type of content on his account.
People close to Bryshere Gray have previously hinted that he has dealt with trauma linked to his early Hollywood years, trauma that may have stemmed from experiences no young star should have to go through. Sources also suggest that his distress over the leaked footage isn't just about the possible damage to his public image. It could be a resurfacing of painful memories from a time when he had little control over his career or surroundings. In a world that can often be unforgiving, especially toward young talent, This kind of experience could have massive effects on mental health, confidence, and even on your sense of safety. Fans and industry insiders are now questioning whether Bryshere's challenging times in the limelight may have been due to these early pressures and possible exploitation. Jaguar Wright has previously claimed that Bryshere Gray may have been handed over to powerful industry players like Diddy and Will Smith under the guise of mentorship. Her statements echo a long-standing belief that young stars are sometimes encouraged to engage with powerful figures to gain valuable career advice. However, Wright's claims take on a darker tone when she describes these so-called mentorships as situations where young actors like Bryshere Gray may have been passed around by insiders, all while the industry stayed silent.
They're both they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed the help.
Hollywood is an industry built on connections, and the more famous or influential you are, the more you're protected. Young actors are often desperate to make a name for themselves and are vulnerable to people offering them opportunities. Yet these offers are sometimes a cover for something far more harmful. If Bryshere Gray went through these alleged experiences, he wouldn't be the first young talent to have faced such treatment. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, an attorney just added fuel to the fire with her own shocking revelations. Attorney Ariel Mitchell recently took center stage in an explosive interview, revealing unsettling details about the behind-the-scenes operations in Hollywood. According to Mitchell, she was approached by individuals within the industry to negotiate the sale of an explicit tape allegedly involving Diddy. Her claims don't just stop at a single tape. Mitchell suggested there may be a collection of similar tapes involving other high-profile names that are kept hidden from the public.
You've said that you've been contacted regarding the sale of one of the Diddy tapes and that it features a very high profile celebrity. What can you tell us about that?
So actually, I recently was contacted by one of my business partners who's also an attorney, who said to me, well, why are we not writing the demand letter to try to do the catch and kill? And I said, well, if you want to do it, then I'll connect you and you can essentially do it. He was also concerned about wanting to protect the other person who was in the film, mainly because I've known about this for about 3.5 weeks to about a month. I've been communicating with these people who purport to have that videotape.
The existence of such tapes hints at an underground network in Hollywood where disturbing and explicit content is exchanged or even used as leverage over certain celebrities. If Mitchell's allegations are accurate, it would mean there is a whole hidden world within the industry where tapes like these are not only circulated but also bought and sold for power and control. What's concerning here is that these tapes, featuring unwilling participants or young stars caught in compromising positions, are treated as commodities. These revelations force fans to confront the possibility that these incidents aren't just isolated events, but are part of a darker system. The lack of action or oversight around these tapes raises questions about the influence and reach of Hollywood's elite, who seem able to keep such tapes under wraps and out of the public eye. Mitchell's willingness to speak out has led many people to believe that there are countless others in Hollywood with similar knowledge choosing to stay silent for fear of repercussions. Her statements open a doorway into a hidden culture where these tapes are currency, and it's clear that the weight of fame sometimes leaves scars that never heal. For Bryshere Gray, this constant resurfacing of allegations and memories adds an emotional burden to the already challenging journey of navigating fame. Rising to stardom on Empire, he initially seemed to be living out every aspiring actor's dream, but these allegations suggest that the reality behind his journey may have been far from glamorous. Fans are vocal about their concerns for his mental health, especially as these disturbing details continue to emerge. Many people believe that the industry trauma he endured may be a contributing factor behind his recent struggles, which have been highly publicized.
It's a cheap phone, so I didn't take that with me to John's house at all.
Oh, which phone did you take?
I hide this phone under the mailbox, under the neighborhood.
The toll of such experiences is something Hollywood often hides or glosses over, but for someone as young and impressionable as Bryshere Gray was during his rise to fame, the emotional scars could be huge. This isn't just about what happened in the past, it's about how those experiences can come forward, affecting someone's mental health, career trajectory, and even their ability to trust others. When such allegations are tied to early career years, the impact on yourself and personal boundaries can be shattering. For Bryshere Gray, the resurfacing of past traumas could make it difficult to move forward, both personally and professionally, leaving fans to wonder what his career might have looked like if he hadn't faced these alleged pressures. If tapes are being hidden and sold, what else is being kept in the dark? This leaked tape drama also brings attention to a tactic often referred to as catch and Hollywood circles. This practice, where high-profile individuals acquire tapes or sensitive information specifically to prevent them from being exposed, is said to be used to control and protect other people. To be clear, powerful figures buy out anything that could damage their image before it ever reaches the public eye. It's a method that maintains an unspoken rule in Hollywood. In many cases, young actors and musicians looking to break into the industry are often surrounded by influential people who offer opportunities but may have secret motives. The catching approach means that any damaging evidence, whether it be a tape, a leaked email, or a compromising photo, can be hidden for the right price. For people in Bryshere Gray's position, this system only deepens the cycle of control, as these tapes and stories can be used to manipulate careers and silence potential whistleblowers. The culture of catching doesn't just protect those at the top. It ensures a cycle of exploitation that can entrap young talents like Bryshere Gray in situations they never intended to be a part of. For outsiders, this system may seem unthinkable, but insiders know how common it is. But with everything coming to light, could Bryshere Gray finally be ready to fight back? Sources have been saying that he might be considering legal action against Diddy. This potential lawsuit would mark a major shift in his approach. If Bryshere Gray does go forward, it could align him with other celebrities who are now speaking out against powerful industry figures. Fans are already debating on social media, with comments flooding in. Some viewers are hopeful that his next steps will finally bring about much-needed changes. One fan wrote, "If Bryshere speaks out, it could be the start of a real movement. Hollywood needs a serious cleanup." Another viewer said, "I hope he finds the strength to tell his truth. There's too much darkness in the industry." There's also skepticism, with one comment reading, "I'll believe it when I see it." Powerful people in Hollywood always find a way out. As more voices emerge and share their stories, it's clear that fans are eager to see if Bryshere Gray's journey will spark more accountability. But what do you guys think? Is this the beginning of the end for some of the industry's biggest players? Share your opinion in the comments, and while you're here, don't miss our next video on another hidden chapter of Hollywood's darkest secrets. Stay tuned as we keep uncovering the stories that are too big to ignore.